Captain's Log, Entry 7. Our fleet grows. With our search for the more rare materials, I have expanded the fleet of ships to include a large vessel intended to carry the mining rig to more far-flung asteroids. This new ship allows me to explore a much larger area in a much shorter amount of time. Utilizing this new ship has been a dream come true. In the course of a few hours, I was able to find all of the resources we were lacking. As we return to the base, it becomes apparent that I forgot one important thing: a place to dock it. So here's the ship. I just called it a hauler. I haven't started naming my ships yet. I'll probably come up with creative names later. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? But this is the ship. It's got a tiny bit of asymmetry. And there's a little bit of logistics in the airlock. I appear to be leaking? Hold on, what's leaking? Oh, probably because I just loaded the save. It's filling this cabin. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, I see what's happening. This tank was on blow, and this tank was on this thing where it depressurizes. Okay, so that's what was happening. There's this weird thing with my airlocks where I have to cycle them a specific way when I first load into a game. That should fix it. Okay, yeah. Okay, that fixed it. This ship isn't quite done. There's like one or two more things I want to add still. God, that sun is bright. But here's the spacious interior. I have a bed. I have a shower. There is, in the airlock here, which is automatic, there is a bathroom, or a head, and an armory, which currently is empty. I suppose I could put some ammo or something in here. Yeah. There we go. Now our armory is in use. We can maybe put a gun in here too. Can I? Sure. I can make another gun. This airlock is pretty basic. There's a sensor in the floor that detects when you get close to this outer door. When you get close enough to this door, it closes the inner door and depressurizes the airlock. It takes about 5 seconds for that to happen. It's all automatic, and then once you get past the sensor, well, once you get into the threshold of the inner door, it closes the outer door, turns off the depressurize on this vent, and opens this door. That way, we've always got pressure, air pressure, inside. And it kind of saves our oxygen as well, so we don't, like, depressurize into space. I guess unless the oxygen tanks are full, which is possible. Okay, so let's get out of here. There's not much else to look at. There's a bed in there. I am about to add a survival kit. That's going to be what I do basically immediately. The ship does have gravity. There's a gravity generator as well. Let me turn on my jetpacks and we'll take a look at some things. So we also have a reactor. There's a programmable block, but I haven't set up the LCD screens yet. I just put, yeah, the LCD screens one. Script on that. I've got guns. There's 4 Gatling turrets, 2 on each side. There are 3 interior turrets on the outside. The interior turrets are set to pretty much, they only fire on missiles or astronauts, which astronauts is not a problem in a single-player game, so they're basically anti-missile turrets. I'm not sure I care too much for this placement of this ore detector. I might move that at some point, but I'm not sure where else to put it. I wanted it closer to the nose of the ship, but I'm not sure it actually makes a difference where on the ship it is. I'll have to test that, or you guys let me know in the comments. I've got 4 large cargo containers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 hydrogen tanks. It is hydrogen thrust powered, and we've got plenty of hydrogen. I mined for like 3 hours before I ran out. There's a H2O2 generator as well, and a docking point for the mining rig, which fits basically perfectly right there. It's so cute. But yeah, it fits right in that spot right there, basically perfectly. I think when we go down to the planet, we'll probably use this to at least move our drop pod, our rover, to the atmosphere. I don't know if we'll try and take this in atmosphere. It probably doesn't have enough thrusters. 6 thrusters pointed down. I don't know if that's enough to keep it in orbit. We might add, or to keep it, you know, to land softly. We may add a few more thrusters if we decide to take it down to the planet. I have not decided yet how I'm going to do that. Initially, I had just intended to just drop a rover. I have been attacked by space pirates a couple of times. That's why I added those guns. I had no way to defend myself. I had to hide and then run away and stuff like that. I've also added some guns on the base. Right now, they're just on these unfinished solar arrays, which are freaked out for some reason. They like switch sides, some of them. So that's kind of weird. I wonder if that has to do with the turrets. I also discovered that these O2 generators don't actually do anything. These top ones, they can fill up, but only the bottom one is actually connected to anything. So that's, maybe we won't use that design in the future. Yeah, that's probably something we'll have to rework. What else have I done? I've done a lot of stuff. Oh, I finished all of the things, most of the things. I did not have enough gold to finish these modules, but I have that now. I went for a big mining session with my new big ship, and I lost it already. Hello? Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Haha. I went on a mining session, just kind of exploring, looking for asteroids, and I found... Here, I'll show you GPS markers. Let's look at it this way. I found silver. I found 4 silver asteroids. I found gold. I found 1. I thought I found 2 gold ones, but okay, maybe I forgot to mark 1. And I found platinum. I did find them all. So now I have at least 1 source of each of the materials. And I brought back some of the ones I did not have yet in the hauler. So all we've got to do now is dock it to this base somehow, and we'll have everything. Now, I think it's too big to fit right here. I haven't actually tried it, but I'm just going to go with it's too big to fit in there. Although, it might fit. It might fit okay. But no, let's not risk it. Let's not risk it. There are no biscuits today for us. Where can we dock this? How do we dock this easily? We could just come off of maybe this conveyor. Just make a line of tubes out here, but that's not very aesthetically pleasing. How else could we dock it? If we came out a little bit farther, we could use one of the side docks and park it like this, and then the miner would have access to get into... Okay, that's brilliant. So let's do that. So we'll just basically build like a row of these like this out, and we'll put a connector on the end. God, I'm freaking myself out with this this weird orientation I've got this base at. Okay, but before we do that, I did want to add one thing. I wanted to put a survival kit on the new thing, because right now the only survival kit cannot withdraw 3 medical components. Oh, I may not have medical components. What do you need for medical components? I think I should be able to make those now. Hold on, production, medical. Yeah, let's make 3. What am I missing? Nothing. There we go. Now I've got all 3 of those. Okay, so let's put this on our new ship, if I can find it again. Aha! So let's put this in. We're going to make it yellow, as we do, and battered, as we do, so that it matches the aesthetic of everything else. I'm pretty proud of this airlock. It took me a curious amount of time to figure out, though, probably longer than it should have. But I did eventually get it. Okay, I guess we'll just put it like that. Now we can respawn and heal ourselves. Oh, this is wonderful. It is not connected to O2 or H2, but I mean, that's fine. I'm not worried about that necessarily. I mean, I guess we could technically connect it if we tried really hard, but no, it's not a problem. We're not going to say that's a problem. So I think for today's episode, I would like to work on a rover to take down PlanetSide. I want to visit the Earth-like planet. I think that's where we'll take it next. And now is a perfect opportunity in our world here because we have obtained all of the ores. So there's not really... The gameplay loop for us from here on out, if we stay in space, is pretty much just build a bigger miner to mine more things more quickly, to build bigger ships, to mine more quickly, to build bigger ships, etc., etc. And I guess that's technically the gameplay loop no matter what you do in this game. So what I'm thinking we want to do is outfit a rover with some guns maybe, and head down to the Earth-like. And maybe we'll find some mods that make some aggressive ships kind of thing. And we'll change the gameplay loop from mining to build bigger into more like kill other ships and loot their resources to build bigger. Okay, I made a little dock. Let's see if it fits. Man, this behemoth, this is gonna be hard to park. It's so big. Make sure we don't hit this respawn pod. Oh yeah, we're good. We got plenty of room. We got plenty of space there. Okay, don't hit that rock either. Be aware of rocks. It's tight, but I wanted it to be tight. Okay, that looks about right. A little bit closer. Oh, we're pretty close. There we go. And locked. Nice. Oh, here, let's hit the ignition button. That'll set the batteries to recharge, the oxygen tanks to stockpile, the thrusters off, the lights off, that kind of stuff. I think it turns off the gravity. Oh, it doesn't. It should. It does not turn off the turrets. Oh, it turns off the reactor, though. Okay. Oh, yeah. That looks awesome right there. I love the tight docking spaces, actually. It just feels so much more like... I don't know. I like it. We might add another support on this side, even if it doesn't do anything. Just so it doesn't look like it's just kind of floating there. That actually... Yeah, I think we'll do that. Although, you know what? Maybe we'll put a piston so that we can retract it when we dock, and maybe we'll put it on a sensor so that it automatically extends. Yeah, that's a good idea, because I feel like... I feel like it would just be so difficult to dock, you know, if we, if it were that tight of a space, because it is a pretty big ship. It's the biggest ship I've ever flown. So, okay, let's make sure the ignition worked. Are these on stockpile? They are. Nice. All right, well, that's not too bad. I like it. Are we refining now? Let's look here at this refinery. Inventory, check this out. Stone, nickel, cobalt. Hold on. Platinum. Okay, it did go into the ores cargo container. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Uranium, platinum, gold, silicon. That's good. Do I have any silver left? I should have. There's silicon. Nickel, platinum, cobalt, iron, silver right there. I got a little. That's not very much. Okay, we might go get some more silver. I'm definitely not returning from a body location. Nope, definitely not. It definitely didn't float off into space. It's been 10 days since I recorded the last clip. So I'm a little bit rusty on my space engineers. I've been super crazy busy. Oh, excuse me, game. I've been super crazy busy with work and life and whatnot. So, but anyway, let's get to it. I know for a fact we need to get to the planet. So let's make a rover. By the way, let me show you a couple of the small projects. Clang attacked and destroyed my solar array, so I had to build a new one. It is slightly different. This solar panel is missing because it hits the asteroid. Cleaned up a couple of things. I added this satellite dish. There's enough clearance there, just barely. And pointed it at the planet. I don't think it actually matters, but I made that. I made that for fun. I also docked up our hauler ship, which I have given a name. It is called the Alpaca. The Alpaca. I've also given a designation to the mining ship. We called it the Chipmunk. Let me turn it on. We called it the Chipmunk. Yeah, so those are things. I thought I saw something floating. I suppose I was incorrect. Okay, right. So, next we need... Let's move the Chipmunk. Let's move the Chipmunk and dock it to the mining station for now. Hopefully we still need this ship, but if we're headed to the planet, you know, we're probably not taking this one with us. If we even take a ship with us, we might take the Alpaca. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if it has enough thrust to survive entry. We might be able to adjust these thrusters or something so they point downward, and that would definitely give us a hand with thrust. But that's neither here nor there. We want to build a rover now. We're gonna need to make it fit in this spot so that the Alpaca can ferry us back and forth. Let me grab some steel plates, some more steel plates, and some interior plates. We want more than that. 17. Alright, that'll do. We don't need a ton. Okay, so we need to build it specifically to fit in this kind of carrying location. Because whether we take the Alpaca to the planet or not, we will be moving the rover to the gravity well with the Alpaca. So that is important. Our airlock is broken. Okay, I guess that's not that unusual. Let's undock this. I'll show you the docking mechanism quickly. So we hit 2, and it retracts a piston arm on the station. I forgot to start the engines. Okay, so we hit 2, and it retracts a piston arm on the station. When we leave the sensor range... Of course, now that I'm trying to show it, it's not working. It's supposed to retract the piston. There we go. Okay, so that's close enough. I just needed to get this far enough away from the base that we can get an idea of how large of a rover we can actually make. Okay, so what do we need for a rover? We need wheels, obviously. Now, one thing to consider is if we are not taking the Alpaca to the surface, we probably want to take a survival kit with us. We want some cargo space as well. Do we want tanks? We don't really need oxygen tanks. Hydrogen tanks we can build. I think really we just need some cargo and a survival kit and some wheels, some ability to move it around. Let me slap some things down and see what we can come up with. Pretty basic so far. I did the 5x5 wheels because they look cooler. That's really the only reason. I've got 2 large small grid cargo containers, 1 large battery, survival kit, and O2H2 generator. It's all piped up. There's a connector at the top. I don't have a way to get components in and out of the connector, so I'll have to manually load them into the cargo containers. Obviously, there's no armor yet, so I'll have to do an armor pass as well. But before I did that, I wanted to make sure it was going to fit in this space. And yeah, it looks good. It looks like we've got plenty of room for armor, so I don't think that's going to be a problem whatsoever. I also want to throw some pistons on here that will lift the truck off the ground should I need to make repairs, like if a wheel pops or something. I've seen people on YouTube do that, and that seems like a pretty good idea to me as well. So I'll probably put that in. I do have room under here for another battery. I'm not sure how important that's gonna be on this Rover. I'll have to mess with it. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making things up as I go. So, you know, this could be a horrible design. It could be bad. I also probably should put parachutes on it while I'm thinking about this, since it is gonna fall from space. There's nothing else that would catch it. So I definitely want to do that. I figure in the cargo containers, we'll put enough for a couple of windmills, maybe one refinery and one assembler. Since we already have the materials for that, I feel like it's not cheating to kind of start over with those things, quote unquote. I'll probably put a programmable block somewhere and maybe some timers, although I'm not sure what for yet. I just like having those options on my ships and vehicles and trucks and things. So anyway, that's our progress update for now. I think we'll do one really quick armoring pass, detailing pass. Also, are these on different heights? I might have to look at that. I think the front wheels are lower than the back wheels. Maybe not. I don't know. They look square to me. Anyway, detail ho. I'm not quite done with it, but I'm done enough that I think we can continue. We can proceed. Let me disconnect it and kind of move the big ship real quick so we can actually take a look. What are we doing? This one, this one, this one. We don't need to move far. Just enough to be out of the way so we can actually see what we're looking at. Okay. Okay, cool. So, here's our Rover. I got 2 large cargo containers. I showed you all the stuff before. What did I add? A bunch of armor. I squeezed in an O2 tank, which I'm not sure that I'll ever actually need that on a planet, but on this planet anyway. And I've got some small hydrogen tanks. I couldn't fit a big one, but I got 5 small ones. And they're all full right now. I'm not sure what I need that for. But it's always good to have that stuff. Let's see. Got some decent armor looking. I did add some gyroscopes. I actually needed to dock to this. It got undocked somehow. Probably I did something wrong, and I needed the gyroscopes to align myself properly. I've got 5 parachutes. Hopefully that's enough, if we even need them. 5 timer blocks as well, or maybe 4 timer blocks, I don't remember. And 1 programmable block. I'm not sure what I'm going to use those for yet. I did add the pistons underneath. It might work better if they were farther out, you know, spread that wheelbase out a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think that will be just fine. What else have we got here? Some running lights, some decorations. Yep. That about sums it up. Next time, I think we'll fill... Oh, I missed a block. There we go. Next time, I think we will fill the cargo containers with some raw resources, enough to make, you know, some basic things to get us established on the planet. We might, let me know what you guys think. Should I try and take the big guy? the Alpaca down to the planet with us as well? If so, do you think I should try and add more thrust, or do you think 6 is enough for the size of this ship? I don't have any idea. I have no idea what I'm doing here. So this is all new to me. I personally would like to take it. I would like to take it. If we can arrange that. But it could also be more fun to, you know, have to start kind of from scratch down there as well. I am going to turn on some aggressive NPCs, which is mostly why I would like to take it. So I've got some defense while I'm building. Anyway, leave your feedback below. If you think of a name for this little rover, let me know a good idea. I've kind of got the larger ships are named after beasts of burden. I started with an alpaca. The mining ship I named after like a chipmunk because it's very small and it digs tunnels. So that's kind of my naming scheme so far. For rovers, I don't know what I would put. Maybe we'll name them after cats or something. That would be cool. We could call this one I don't know, Lynx or something like that. I don't know. Leave your feedback below. Until next time, I'll do my thing and see you then. Bye. That's the end of the video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.